hello to all the Smarties watching today. Welcome back to another exciting episode of DIYU. On this show, we aim to show you things you can do from the comfort of your own home that will produce fun or useful products, all while being as sustainable as possible. I'm your host, Nicole Earle, and today's guest is third grade science fair winner, Maria Carta. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here and put some of my science expertise to use like I did for that fair. It's still one of my most impressive accomplishments, by the way.
Amazing. So Maria, today's episode is called Live, Laugh, Lava. So I may have an idea, but what will you explain us what you'll be showing us today?
I'll be showing you how to make a DIY lava lamp that's cheaper and more sustainable than any you'd buy at a store just by using things you can likely already find in your home.
Sounds super fun. I have heard some recent information about how those store-bought lava lamps can actually be a bit harmful or dangerous. Do you know anything about that?
I do. It's recommended that you don't leave lava lamps on for hours at a time, but it's easy for people to forget this and leave them plugged in when they leave the house. This is where the problem lies. Lava lamps can overheat and become a fire hazard, especially in rooms with lots of fabric, such as bedrooms, which is typically where people keep them. The way that we'll be making ours today is much safer and more fun because it comes with an experience as well.
So true. Let's dive in. What ingredients are needed to make it?
Okay, so for this craft, you'll need oil, water, food coloring, and an Alka-Seltzer tablet, and also a clear container. If you don't have access to these materials already, you can find them at your local grocery store for less than what it costs to buy a pre-made lava lamp. And by purchasing the materials to make it yourself, you also get the opportunity to make it multiple times and experiment with the different tactics, colors, etc.
Awesome. I see that we have it all laid out here. So where do we begin?
Okay, first you want to fill your jar with 1 inch or 2 of water. For the water, the temperature of it matters. We'll be using room temperature water this time around, so feel free to use either cold or hot water in your own experiment and compare how our products differ. I'll explain the science behind this difference you may see in our lava lamps once they're activated.
Ooh, interesting. I'm excited to hear more about that.
Next, add around 5 drops of food coloring, but this step doesn't need to be exact. Add as many or as little as your heart desires. Perfect. Then fill the rest of your jar until it's about 3/4 of the way full with oil. Now we'll take an Alka-Seltzer tablet and break it into quarters or just a few small pieces. This step also doesn't need to be extremely exact. We will only use one of the small pieces per lava lamp, so you can put the rest of them away and save them for next time. Okay, are you ready? We're at the fun part now.
So ready.
We're going to place the tablet of Alka-Seltzer into the jar. Depending on the size of your container, it may take a moment for the tablet to make its way through the oil to reach the water, which is where the reaction will occur. Do you see it starting to bubble and do its lava lamp thing? Cool, right?
Super. So Maria, are you able to give us a little bit of an explanation of what kind of scientific reaction is happening here?
Absolutely. So the ingredients in the Alka-Seltzer combine with the water and the tablet dissolves, which form carbon dioxide. The oil and the Alka-Seltzer, on the other hand, do not combine this way. The carbon dioxide is lighter than the water and the oil, which creates the bubbles, and because of the dye, we can see these bubbles as they float through the oil layer. When the bubbles reach the top of the jar, they pop and sink back to the bottom. This is what creates the look of a lava lamp.
That's super interesting. Now going back to what you mentioned before, what does the difference in temperature have to do?
Ah, yes. The chemical reaction between the tablet and the water happens more quickly in the warmer water, probably taking around 20 to 30 seconds, which would cause a more rapid bubbling and create a more energetic lava lamp display.
Okay, so what you mean is if we used colder water, the tablet would have dissolved more slowly, so the bubbles would move more slowly.
Yes, they would have bubbled more slowly, but the lava lamp effect would last for a bit longer.
Awesome. This was so much fun, and I learned a bunch, too.
Thank you for having me. I always love to show off my skills.
And we love to watch. I would also like to thank our sponsors for this episode, Thoughtfully Sustainable. You've probably picked up on us mentioning sustainability throughout today's episode, and that's because we prioritize responsible consumption and production here on DIYU. Thoughtfully Sustainable is an organization that aims to make the science behind sustainability easy to understand and therefore more actively practiced. Visit their website at thoughtfullysustainable.com to learn more about who they are, as well as other things you can do at home to better care for the environment that we all share. I'd like to give one more thank you to all of you watching and experimenting with us today, and we will see you next week for another exciting, super episode of DIYU. Stay awesome, everyone. Bye!